Assalamu alaikum, good evening, and welcome to Big B Meetup 9th edition. Welcome to our weekly virtual Big B Meetup. Big B Meetup is a community initiative founded in 2018 in Qatar. It is dedicated to my mother, the late Aureliana Josephine, and inspired by the people of Qatar. It aims to inform, to inspire, to educate, and bring communities together. This is our 9th episode of the virtual Big B Meetup edition, broadly themed on how we are coping with COVID. But today we are celebrating Global Wellness Day. Today we are celebrating Global Wellness Day. Let me say that again. Yeah, Global Wellness Day. With two amazing life coaches, Dr. Sana Al Buanin, who is with us in spirit and in voice. She's a perfect podcaster. Yeah, we've had some small issues with the net, so she's with us on her phone, and she will be talking to us in a few minutes. And we have Dr. Hanan Al Basha, the my feel good coach that I call her. I'd like to thank our community partners, Qatar Red Crescent, Agbiz, Batil Cafe, Qatar Living, I Love Qatar, Marhaba, Wahab Food Heroes, and Olive Radio. Uh, so let me introduce you again, once again, to Dr. Hanan and Dr. Sarah. Hi, Sana. Dr. Sana?
Hi, hi.
Yeah, great. Nice to hear you. Dr. Hanan, can you hear Sana?
Yes. Yes, it's
Perfect,
all
perfect.
clear for me.
Lovely, great, lovely, excellent. Yeah. So, Dr. Sana, if you'd like to give us give us your story, give us your journey. Since you are, I like your Instagram handle. It's called The Journey, and I
Yes.
like, yeah. So, tell us something about your journey. Give us your story, Dr. Sana.
First of all, thank you, Puska, for hosting me in your meetup. It's an honor,
Thank you.
and it's the perfect day, as you said, the Global Wellness Day. Um, Let me start by just saying the journey. Well, I believe that we all have our own personal journey in life. And as it differs in many ways and areas, it also is so much similar in many ways. Um, how can I start my journey? The journey, first of all, I'm a single mother of a teenage daughter. I have been through many challenges in my life, either in my personal life or in my career life. But for me, that wasn't something that had made me feel pessimistic about life. Actually, it was the opposite. It made me feel that there are many opportunities coming my way. And I believe it's all about perspective. So once you have a certain perspective towards life, um, and that's exactly wouldn't just change in a day or a night. You go through experiences that makes you change your perspective in life and make you the person you are today. So one of the questions that a lot of people ask me, and definitely yourself, was whether life coaching chose me or I chose life coaching.
Yes.
I believe that life coaching chose me. Most of the amazing opportunities in life that I have been through have been opportunities that I haven't chosen. Maybe the only thing that I have chosen was changing my perspective towards life and towards the challenges that I have been facing. My journey with the journey started about 7 years ago in 2013. I have 15 work experience in higher education management. I work with graduates and students in career development, training, and coaching. But basically, I thought about coaching maybe in 2011 when I had a life coaching program, and I've been certified as a life coach. Since actually I took that course to coach my graduates. in Virginia Commonwealth University. But it ended up to be changing my life and made me divert, my direction in life and took me into another path, working with women entrepreneurs and coach them find their soul entrepreneurship business lifestyle.
Wow.
So this is my story in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's really nice. Uh, can you give us a little more insight on what you did with the VCU graduates, and also what is your wellness mantra, Dr. Sana? Dr. Sana, I have two more Sanas in my life. One is my wife's cousin, and the other is
Oh,
my neighbor in Bombay. So I grew up with a Sana.
oh.
Yeah, I grew up with a Sana, and now I know another. So I have three Sanas now that I know. Yeah, yeah, but only one is a doctor. Yeah. So yeah, doctor, coming back to I want to, what he said was just phenomenal, and I believe you sometimes life paths choose you, which is very true. Uh,
Exactly.
you know, uh, can you give us your wellness mantra? What keeps you going on a daily basis? Because even life coaches need life coaching. I think so. I believe every human being needs wellness. Yeah, which is today every day of
Yes.
their lives, and to keep them going, to keep pushing them. I mean, I'm going through a phenomenal period of my life, not only coping with COVID, with many other things, but
Uh-huh.
we got to keep that smile on our face. And because I was talking to Dr. Hanan last week, and I said, I'm sorry, I'm MIA. She said, no, be positive, keep going. So I'm like, hey, thank you for the freebie, you know? Yeah. So, Dr. Sana, if you can give us a little more insight of what you did with the kids of VCU, a little more, and what is your wellness mantra?
Well, I used to work with graduates. Usually, we did training programs for them, local, regional, and international. So, public speaking programs, career development training. So it was mostly about trying to support the graduates of BCQ, and most of them at the beginning were women. And my dissertation and my MBA focused on women entrepreneurs. So it was like a perfect blend,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like it was a perfect blend for me, working with women graduates and women alumni, and then having the opportunity to support them and coach them in their career development. But then definitely my own inspiration, actually they inspired me, and the journey itself inspired me into taking the path of coaching these women entrepreneurs, because I know that every woman, and this is my specific belief, that every woman needs to be an entrepreneur, because that women have a kind of they focus on family and work as well, so they
yeah,
have to have their own time and pace to blend these two both together, and this will not be uh, the convenient lifestyle and the most flexible unless
yeah,
they deal with it in an entrepreneurship way, where a woman entrepreneur can create her own lifestyle, time, place, and space to not to only to do her business, but also to create her own personal lifestyle that fits her life.
very true. I see we are going towards the path of women's empowerment here. We're not talking about any man, but right now there's a man who's clamoring for you here and rooting for you. I'm a big fan of his, and he's a big fan of you, I believe. Khalid Al Jaber.
Exactly.
What?
Oh yes, Khalid Al Jaber. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, he's a friend of mine, and he's been a speaker at two of my Big B meetups. Recently, during Ramadan, he spoke, and he's been
Uh-huh.
talking here and saying, on top of all this, you are a Richmond Uni grad. So let us know more about that. I'm trying to dig into Sana now. Now that we cannot see you, I think I'm more free at hand to dig even more into what ticks Dr. Sana. What keeps you going? How are you coping with COVID? I mean, I'm already in awe of you. You said you're a single mother. That's just amazing. That just gives me, like, I'm like, kudos to you. It's just fantastic. So can you want
Yes.
to just say hi to Khalid? I'll wave to him, or I mean, wave to him. Yes. Yeah.
Hi, Khalid.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan, and thank you for so much for you're a great inspiration for me to tell you the truth about it. So go
yes.
on, keep on being an inspiration.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, that's really great. Yeah. So, doctor, what keeps you going? For example, if you're having a bad day, or there's no such thing as a bad day, right? If you're having a downturn, what how do you have a mantra? Do you have a,
Well, yeah. To tell you the truth, I haven't been conscious about this mantra, but I have been saying it since I was young, and
oh,
I realize now that it is a mantra that's really. I've been reading lots of mantras and in books and from great masters, but this was like a simple mantra that really stuck in my head. And whenever I say it to my friends all the time, it's like if it ain't
yeah,
fun, don't do it. This is
yeah.
my mantra. If it ain't fun, don't do it.
If it ain't fun,
I
don't do
mean,
it. Yeah,
yeah, because you have to be happy about whatever you're doing in life.
yeah, true,
Whether you wake up in the morning, you feel like doing your own thing. You like you want to go out. You go out. I mean, your day doesn't have to be fixed. And maybe I'm talking here from an entrepreneur point of view because I've been working in a corporate for 15 to 17 years, and I know sometimes it's hard when you are stuck in a job between 9 to 5.
true.
But once you create your own business and you can manage your own life, I think this is the best mantra that for me it worked. It's really worked most of the time.
Nice.
Everything that you have to do has to be fun for you. It doesn't have to be fun for anyone else but you.
Very well said. Dr. Hanan, you're smiling. You want to add anything there? I'll come back to you. I have a lot to ask you.
I resonate. I'm smiling because I'm smiling in agreement. It is true. It's I resonated with everything Dr. Sana said. Starting with creating your life, your rules. That's my mantra, and it only started becoming that. It's like you create the life that you can create the life that you want for yourself. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but it is
Yeah.
doable once you set the intent and the plan and you have a vision to what you're trying to achieve. So, yeah. So
Yes.
that's why I'm smiling because we're in
Yeah.
agreement.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Coming back to Dr. Sana, I have this
Yes.
dilemma because I want to know your explanation. Not explanation, you could be really quick if you like. Psychologist, psychiatrist, and life coach. What's the
Uh-huh.
difference? I mean, why would I mean, not why would I? I've been to all three actually. And I'm not proud of it, but I'm proudly saying it here.
We all did. Believe me, we all did.
Yeah, yeah. So I'd like to know. Yeah, that's another thing. There's a facade. Like people say, oh, that's taboo. I don't think so. I think now life coaches are coming out there and saying, hey, nothing is taboo. The taboo part is keeping it right inside and not letting it go and not letting it outward and saying, hey, I
Yeah.
got some issues here. I need to
Yeah.
clear them out, something like that.
Yeah.
So, Doctor, putting you on the spot again, because I'm going to go back to Dr. Hanan later on and ask her the same question.
Sure.
Psychologist, psychiatrist, life coach. What's not say who I choose, but what's the difference? What is your opinion?
Well, psychologists would analyze the past for you. So basically, they would sit with you and they will tell you, they would ask you questions about your past. So basically, you will go down your timeline in the past and they will analyze it to you. And they will refer back to your childhood and all the things that happened to you. Um, Maybe psychiatrists maybe use medications as well and support this process, and that would require medications and stuff for certain cases. Well, coaches and there are mentors as well. Like mentors are people who would have specific structure in certain field or area in your life, like in business and let's say in cooking or in whatever field you are interested in, and they will mentor you to to become the best chef. you want to be, or the best, athlete you want to be. So these are mentors. The coaches, and this is what I like about being a coach, they would not tell you or give you any answers. They will just give you and ask you empowering questions. Questions, the right question that would give you the opportunity to look within and find your own answers. So basically, you can call us a lighthouse.
Lighthouse, yes, nice one.
You know, because you'll be on your journey on your boat, and you'll see that light, and it will show you the way.
Yeah.
I will not, the lighthouse not necessarily will tell you where to go, but you will know that, okay, this is according to where I am, this is where I need to go. So, and this is where soulpreneur comes here in my life coaching.
Yeah, I was going to go there actually. I'm happy you're going. Please explain. I love the word soulpreneur. It's so unique and it actually soothes. It's such a soothing word. Please elaborate on soulpreneur.
Because, once I developed my business, it went through different stages. And at the beginning, I started as a life coach, and I would coach my clients about life in general. But since I went through this journey, I was so much interested about business and starting up a business. And then I was very interested in women experiences and starting up their own business and the challenges they go through. And then I realized that there are lots of women entrepreneurs out there, and I was one of them, but they were not happy. They thought that this would make them happy, but they're not. And I realized that I have been doing it, at least to me, it wasn't the right way. It wasn't the right way because I was operating from an intellectual side. So I was operating my business intellectually. That means I was using my masculine energy. And as a woman, I need to use my feminine energy and feminine creative energy most of the time, because this is how I will serve my business in a better place and in a better way and in a more creative way. And it will balance and complement my feminine energy. So, I realized that I need to focus more on the soul, not on the intellect, the soul and heart, because I believe that we are all souls who are having a physical experience here on earth, and our first guide in whatever decisions we take in life and whatever direction we go from and to, we need to have our guidance system directly from the soul, not from our mind, and not necessarily from the outside sources.
Yeah, very true, doctor. Very true. Doctor, one last question. I think Khalid Al Jaber, I'm going to get this question is going to be for both of y'all, but I'm going to first ask you. Khalid Al Jaber asked a very nice question. Can we make a life coach out of a person who has been through an experience or got over it? Actually, I think you can. I mean, that's me speaking, like a plane crash survivor. What do you think, doctor?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, Khalid Al Jaber is asking, can we make a life coach out of a person who has been through an experience or got over it? For example, like a plane crash survivor.
Okay, so the plane crash survivor wants to be a coach?
Yeah, can we make it? Yeah. That's a good question you're asking. Yeah, it depends on the person, right? If he wants to be a life coach, but I think I think the broader question would be a person who's gone through adversity. Does he make a better life coach? What Dr. Hanan is agreeing with me, I believe. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I believe I cannot judge that. I believe every person would bring in his personal experience, life experience into his or her coaching practice. or whatever other profession they make.
True. Very.
So I believe anyone can be whatever they can be if it is part of their soul purpose, and it is something they're passionate about, and they want to pursue it, and it makes them feel happy and joyful in the process. I'm sure that anyone can do it. I mean, if it makes them feel that way,
Yeah,
yes, of course.
very true. I'm getting a bit nervous here because I have only women on my viewership today. Another lady, Varda Mamukoya, she is the co-founder of Wahab Food Heroes, and she has been she's been a speaker also in the beginning. And in fact, my first speaker on virtual Big B meetup. She is always, I just want to applaud her because she's always been viewing all the shows. So she's been the most consistent viewer of Big B Meetup, virtual Big B Meetup. Thank you, Varda. She's up there. And she's doing a great job herself with the NGO called Wahab Food Heroes. Yeah. Doctor, my last question to you before I latch on to the feel good doctor, Dr. Hanan, is what is your lasting message to our viewers? What would be your one line? It's not an elevator pitch because I don't believe life coaches should be giving elevator pitches. In fact, the other people should be doing the other way around. People should be giving elevator pitches to you all. So what is your lasting message to all our viewers today? I'm saying that because I'm feeling so bad that you're not with us in viewership.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
But
I feel like that I'm already there. I am there.
oh, lovely! No, that's the soul pruner in you. That's the soul pruner in you. Actually, it is. So, Dr. Sana, your lasting message to our viewers.
I believe that the thing that I really would advise, and I would really recommend everyone to go for, is be your own guiding system. I mean, follow your own personal guiding system, and trust it. Trust your own personal guiding system, and I emphasize on the word trust because I believe we as human beings have been raised in the society, and by our parents who not necessarily knew that they were doing that, but this is the conclusion of the upbringing of the society, that we trust other people's opinions about our lives more than we trust our own personal guiding system. So I believe trust is the word, and maybe I could finish up with I'm publishing in the coming 2 months my book, Trust Your Journey.
Oh,
And it
lovely.
would have some tips and on how you can be to trust your own personal journey and your own guidance system. So the only thing I could say, just please trust your own guiding system, trust your soul.
Wow, thank you so much, Doctor. Before I'm not saying before I let you go, but can you give all our viewers your social media handle so that they can follow you and follow your journey and
Sure.
yeah.
It's at thejourney.qa on Facebook and on Instagram.
Okay, perfect. And that's the website also, right? You,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, lovely, great, Doctor. It was lovely having you, and
Thank you for having me.
you're welcome. And I'm definitely going to get you again. We definitely need the viewers to see you and feel soulpreneurship. Yeah, sometime
Thank you so
soon.
much.
Yeah. So have a good evening and thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. Take care. That was the lovely soul pruner, the Qatari Dr. Sana. Uh, she's been amazing. We've had a few technical issues, but we never gave up. Uh, Even yesterday we were on it for nearly 3 hours. My brother-in-law Cliff and me. And today again in the afternoon we kept going on. So our not mantra. I mean, our mantra, okay, is never give up. Never give up.
True.
Dr. Hanan, my feel good doctor. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm doing great. Thank you so much, Bosco. Thank you for having me again.
You're welcome. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to have Dr. Hanan and Dr. Sana again every 2 or 3 months. We need to get, because wellness should be there every time.
That's true. That's true.
So, doctor, if you could just, because from the last time that you came on board, we've got many more viewers.
Yeah,
So we've got some new people watching the show. So I'd like them to know who Dr. Hanan is. What's
sure.
your story? I won't say your journey because I would like to keep that for Dr. Sana. So
Yes.
we're all on a journey, of course, but what is your story? And I'd like to know, you become a radio jockey off late, so I want to know that little thing. I'm
Yes.
really interested. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Dr. Hanan Al Basha. I'm the business doctor. That's my business. That's my brand. The business doctor came to life about 2.5 years ago now. Yeah, about 2.5 years ago. Before, I mean, I moved from I left a corporate career after about 12 years. I left a corporate career to take care of our son when I had our son about 9.5 years ago. I didn't know that I was going to go on an entrepreneurial journey just over a few months after that. And then that lasted about 5.5, 6 years, where I co-founded with a couple of my friends about 4 businesses. One of them I ran from A to Z, so it was like my second baby, which was amazing. But I got burnt out and I got stressed out because I was also going through my doctoral journey then. So I was going through my doctorate degree, and that really was a lot to handle. So I walked out of the businesses. I completed my doctoral degree, and that was a little over 2 years ago now. And then after I was done, I was like, I had this big slump. It was a big, now what? I'm a doctor. I have about 20 years experience, and I lost interest in nearly everything. And that for me was a discovery journey since then. I call it my transformation journey. And the reason being, I was coached for the first time during that time, just before I graduated. And that conversation, and I think since we're celebrating today Global Wellness Day, and this year's slogan is actually "One day can change your life." For me, that was the day that changed my life. That conversation with that life coach then. So it was because I realized that I was feeling not good enough. I was feeling not worthy. I was feeling helpless. I was feeling, aimless. And all these things came together for me to start realizing, so what do I want to do now? And above all of that, I was not well. I was not well on the physical side. I was not well emotionally, and I was not well mentally. And thus I took it. It became kind of let's call it a mission for me to try to be well and just to understand where I want to go with this. So I'm not a life coach. So just to correct you, Bosco, I'm not a life coach. I'm a business, and I'm a certified, well, I've got a doctorate degree in business. I'm also a certified small and medium enterprise consultant, and I'm a nutrition health coach, an integrative nutrition health
That's the
coach.
life coach in you.
Well, but that for me became that all of these things, along with my experiences, as Khalid was asking, can you create something out of your own experience? Of course, it doesn't necessarily make you a better coach. It just means that Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi call it, you create a message out of your mess. And for me, my mess was
Oh,
not
wow.
feeling good enough. It was
Yeah.
not feeling, worthy. It was not feeling with an aim. And I realized then, and this is in resonation with what Dr. Sana was just saying, that I was living my life as per the expectations of the society, not necessarily something that I wanted to do with my whole soul. So that for me was the transition. That for me was deciding then and there that I want to create my own destiny, and I want to live my own life as per my own rules, and I set my own success parameters. So I went on the coaching journey, and then I decided to merge these things. So now the business doctor is an integrative business and mindset mentor, because I realized how important mindset is as well. So these all in like a whole package that brings up what the
So you're
business doctor
unique.
does.
Everybody is unique. So even in life coaches, I mean, for example, everybody's unique. Like I like that what you said, mindset coaching. That's so important, to create
It is
to.
because for me that was the difference in my life. I did not have I had not approached my life with the proper mindset. I did not appreciate everything I had. I had a scarcity mindset. So I was always like, instead of having there's a scarcity and there's an abundance mindset, and instead of looking at everything I have accomplished, everything I had, as you said, the adversity I had overcome, I was only looking at the things that society told me I don't have, that society told me I did not achieve yet. And then a lot of times, the success parameters of society include your title, whether that be, within a corporate environment, or within a Mr. or Mrs. in the society, or even within, if you're teaching at university or something, your financial gains, and then all the outward tangible stuff like the car and the car, the house,
Yeah.
and where you travel and that kind of thing. um, for me, suddenly all these things just became secondary, maybe third, fourth, 10th position. They took a back seat way back there, because they no longer became what I celebrated success with. I celebrated success with, every day
Doctor,
waking up and bringing positivity. Yes.
you know what? I'm sorry to break you there, but please continue. I don't know if you're reading my mind. That was my question. How do you define success? But you're answering it. That's why I'm finding it kind of scary here. You're answering it to me. Is this telepathy or be life telepathy or something, or empathy maybe? Because please continue, because I want to ask in society, what do you define? How do you define success? Is it like in India we call it roti kapra makan, which means bread, clothing, and a house, and that's you're successful. So please continue. How do you define success? You were just saying that, but I stopped you. But please.
For me, success is having a mission that involves the wellness and the betterment of those around you. So when I really dissected what the business doctor was about, I mean, you got the vibe when we met the first time, and you said, "This doctor feel good." For me, that
Yeah,
was such a big thing. I actually keep saying now, doctor, the business doctor, aka Doctor Feel Good, because it meant so much to me that this is exactly the message I want to get across. That I want people to feel better about themselves. That I want, especially women, to feel empowered that they can create and make
that's my only
their
problem with
decisions in
you.
life.
That's my
Pardon?
only issue. That's my only issue with you. You say women only. That's the thing. Because I
No,
think
no, not at all. I mean, we have a son. I am married, and I spent a lifetime talking about that. But why I focus on women, it is because as women, especially, well, I stopped saying especially in this region, because I realized that this has been, it's universal. We are conditioned growing up in a way that we deprioritize ourselves as women, and we prioritize others' needs and others' expectations of us. So I want to empower women to understand that by prioritizing themselves, not in a vain way, not in a selfish way, but in a way that they can come from a place of choice and a place of power in their life, they are actually not only serving themselves, they're serving everyone around them. And that's why my slogan is empowered you empowers others. Excuse me. So by empowering herself, she's actually empowering those around her. She is passing on, and because we have so many roles and we have that triple effect, we are passing on that torch of empowerment to our children, our partners, our parents, our siblings. So we can take on that role to go across. So for me, success became having a purpose, waking up with a smile on your face, knowing that you can positively impact those around you, prioritizing myself and my health, because I would always deprioritize myself when I was going through my entrepreneurial journey or in the corporate career or whatever it is. I reached points in life where I was supposed to be hospitalized, but I said I can't do it because I can't afford the luxury of leaving behind my son or my home or whatever. It is nurturing a loving and understanding relationship with my son, and with my husband. And it is creating a positive impact with the women that I work with in direct connection, or even through my Facebook group, or even through social media. So that for me became the success factors, realizing that I get to decide what I want to do with my life. The financial gains, the societal gains, the body and everything outside is just, they're cherries on top, they're extra facades, but they do not they do not compromise the essence of, for me, what success means.
Yeah, doctor, do you have any audiobooks? Are you coming out with any book? Because this needs a Pulitzer Prize.
I
Not a Nobel,
yes.
Not a Nobel Prize, but a Pulitzer maybe. You know.
I'm actually I'm hoping to start my podcast soon. I have a radio show on Cairo Business
Oh
Radio where I
yeah,
talk
what's that
about,
about?
yeah, I talk about entrepreneurial mindset, and I associate it with everything related to mindset. So there's the fixed versus growth mindset, the scarcity versus abundance mindset. So it is bringing all of that to the entrepreneurial mindset, and how to think of when you want to create your own business, especially as a woman. How do you think about it? Because a lot of women, either they have the experience, but they have it as an employee, which is really different when you try to start your own business. Or they worked a little bit and then they stayed home to take care of the family once again, and then now they want to embark on something. So it is helping them create that. So that is what's happening right now. I also have a
Yeah.
course, an online course, which is called, I called it Mindset Seeds, and it is about planting those positive mindset seeds in your brain, so you're able. But yet again, I always say, it is, once you get those seeds, it is your choice, and it is your power. It is within your power to nurture those seeds, to create something positive for yourself. No one could do it for you. And as Dr. Sana was saying, even with coaches and stuff, no one can actually do it on your behalf. No one can tell you what to do, but they can gently nudge you in the right direction that serves you.
Very true, doctor. Very true. I won't take much of your time. I just have two more or three more questions. One is
Sure.
your lasting message to everybody. But before that, a quick, would you like, I mean, the rhetoric, psychologist, psychiatrist, life coach, mental coach. I mean, what's explain,
I
because I don't
created
want
actually a post about that because I know a lot of people get confused. With a psychiatrist, usually they are medical doctors who studied in the field of psychology, and they become a psychiatrist. They are the only ones that are allowed to help you with medication. And usually, as Dr. Sana was saying, they go back in history, and they actually visit your subconscious and your unconscious. They visit the childhood traumas or traumas that happened alongside. They do deal with any mental and psychological disorders. So things like paranoia and schizophrenia, and obsessive compulsive disorders. These are all things that they are best equipped to handle, of course, and there's where you need the support. Therapists come in the second line as well, but therapists do not offer you any medication, but they do work also with behavioral disorders and things like, well, trauma is one of them, but more behavioral disorders that they can support you with. It is Then you've got the coaches and the mentors. And from my perspective, I always see that the coaches and mentors, like when I talk to people, I say, I want you to know that you can create the best version of yourself possible. That, it is within your capacity to be able to do that. And that's even the message I keep telling our son all the time, like, to make sure that you become the best version of you possible. You could need some guidance along the way. You could, whether it's with coaching, then it's some probing with the questions and the empowerment questions that make you reflect and understand how much power you have within you. I merge both coaching with mentoring. So there are times where, I support women also with some mentoring when it comes to the mindset. Why? Because I have been through it. I have studied a lot of things that are related. I got, as you can see, all these certifications. Is my way of
Yeah.
celebrating me and everything I have achieved, because for me, that is my mindset of growth. That is my
Mhm.
mindset of celebration. So these are all things that's more or less the difference between them. There, it is it is advisable. I always say, do reach out, do ask for support. I believe that coaches and mentors are ethical enough to understand the people they can help, and then the people they can refer to therapists and psychiatrists saying, you need further support from that end, or you need some medication to kickstart it for you. You don't have to be on medication for the rest of your life, especially with certain conditions, but it does help to kickstart the treatment plan and the therapy alongside.
Thank you, doctor, so much. Yeah. One last question is, you are all about women's empowerment. Can
Yes.
you explain a little bit of how about men's empowerment? Very quickly. You
I
can shun away
actually
the
got that
question.
question. I got that question from a dear friend of mine. We hadn't been in touch for a while, and we used to work together. And he said, "What do you do now?" And I said, "I do women empowerment." He's like, "What about men?" I'm like, "Well, the women I empower will empower the men in their life, so you get the empowerment as well."
That's a
It
lovely
is
answer.
about that. No, I don't think it's about that. Women need empowerment and men don't. It is true. Yet again, another conditioning that we have is that as boys and as men, you always say to man up and don't show emotions, and you can do this, and be strong and have this facade in front of you. We all need empowerment. I focused on women because I realized that I had been put in a position where I was not able to express myself without being told that this is a weakness one way or another. So, even for example, when I was having my business, when I was a partner in my business, if I brought up that I have to leave now because I have to go take care of my son, they're like, don't talk about your son. Don't show them that, business is not a priority for you. And I'm like, what do you mean? It is a priority for me, but so is my son. And so is my role as a wife. And so is everything. I take everything with a lot of responsibility. That does not mean that I deprioritized work or I'm not professional enough or I cannot perform just because I'm a woman. So women are kind of cornered in that way, that you can either or, it's to either be someone or be someone. You can either be a career person or a wife and a mom. You can either be this or that. And it is society most of the time has made it quite difficult for us to try to take on more roles in a way that empowers us. But now that is the point. That is what the message I tell women. If you want to create your business does not have to be the next $1 million business. It can be the next entertain me for 2 hours business, and you are still a success. Why? Because these are your success parameters. What are you looking for? And you go out and find it that way. So it is detaching from societal standards of success, of expectations, but not in a way that is in a riot way or in an angry way. No, in an accommodating, kind way that is firstly reflecting inward, being kind to me and to my expectations, and then accordingly making those around me understand that this is what I want to do. And I appreciate, and I say, express yourself. I'd appreciate the support.
Great. Thank you, doctor. That was really nice. Uh, that was your last message for us, right? That's your lasting message for us.
It's
That's lovely.
always
Yeah. I think you should stop coming on these podcasts here and go straight for the Oprah Winfrey show at some point.
I can't wait. That is
Yeah.
on my manifestation list, definitely,
Great,
to
great.
meet Oprah and be with
Lovely,
her.
lovely. That's what she did with the lady who started World Global Wellness Day, Belgian Aksoy. She was on the Oprah show a couple of years ago. Uh, I, I'd like to take your leave and thank you for coming on the virtual Big B meetup, the weekly virtual B meetup. Doctor, thank you for your support, and
Thank
thank you, Dr. Sana. She's not with us right now, but she's hearing us for sure, and all her fans are. It was a pleasure to have the two lovely life coaches, the business doctor, of course, and the soul pruner on
thank
the virtual Big B meetup today, celebrating Global Wellness Day. Yeah. Doctor, whatever you said has resonated so much, and what Dr. Sana has said also has resonated so much in my mind, and I'm sure all the viewers have enjoyed
thank
themselves.
you.
I'll take your leave now, and thank you everybody for watching our tuning in. Dr. Hanan, have a lovely evening, and
Thank you, boss, for you too.
see you soon again on virtual Big B Meetup, inshallah, August.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Yeah, take care.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
guys.